So the F rating is applied to any film which is directed by a woman and or written by a woman and or stars significant women in their own right. So triple F rated is our gold standard, and triple F rated films are films which are directed by women and written by women and star significant women. We created the F rating in 2014 at Bath Film Festival, and at first we looked at just using the Bechdel test, so looking at films which have two women who have a conversation with each other about something other than a man, which is a phenomenally basic requirement that most films don't pass. But actually the Bechdel test, it doesn't tell you anything really about what's going on screen, and it certainly doesn't tell you who's telling the stories. So we developed the F rating to highlight the films where the storytellers and the significant characters are women. One of the most recent, very popular ones was Pitch Perfect 2. That was triple F rated. Coming out at the moment is a fantastic film called Revenge, which is written by, directed by and stars Alice Lowe. Some of the films which are F-rated, but you might not think of as F-rated, include Point Break, which was directed by Catherine Bigelow. Kingsman and Kick-Ass were written by Jane Goldman, and Shame with Michael Fassbender, which feels like a very masculine film, was actually written by Abby Morgan. So there are lots of big blockbuster films which are F-rated. It's not only the more interesting, nuanced films. The reason I think it's important to have women telling the stories and women on screen is because we're really influenced by the stories we see on screen, some of us more than others. And the way that we build our own inner narrative, how we think of ourselves in the world and our personalities and our characters can be very influenced by what happens on screen. A really simple example of that is after Brave and Hunger Games came out in the States, there was a 75% increase of young girls taking up archery. What we would like is for 50% of films to be F-rated, but not for 100% of films to be F-rated, which would be as unequal as it is currently.
Primrose Everdeen.
I volunteer! I volunteer as tribute!